Hello. Hopefully you can hear that. I woke up this morning and I have a stuffy nose. Talking to me.
Daniel, here are the symptoms I heard you experiencing. Nasal congestion.
So
Is
notice
everything
I
correct?
said some plain language words like I woke up this morning, I have a stuffy nose, I have a bad back. It actually recognizes the medical system. So that's one thing it knows from the literature. It can distinguish symptoms. So now, though, what happens when you use a typical symptom checker?
Hold on, Daniel,
So now
I'm
it's going to the
researching your
30
case.
million, 30 million article database. What it's going to do is going to ask me a bunch of follow-up questions. It's going to ask me, it's not going
Are
to
you
settle here.
also experiencing
So
excessive
it's
thirst?
asking me if I'm experiencing excessive thirst. It's very interesting, right? Why excessive thirst? No.
What about sore throat?
If I have a sore throat, I mean that makes a little bit more sense to us. Yes. And it's going to ask like 12 to 15 questions.
What about sneezing?
Sneezing, no. Why is this important? Why is this relevant? Well, remember, there's this body of human law knowledge that's sitting there, medical knowledge, unused. At the same time, we have 70% of people out there are worried about visiting crowded medical facilities. It is very hard to get a doctor appointment in some places. So we have the bottleneck, and we have all this gold, this human knowledge, the human design of studies and articles that were just laying there, and we picked it up and we created this app, the WellAI app, where you answer all these questions. It will come up with the what if it's very
What
serious. It'll
about
say,
nasal discharge?
call 911. If it's not, it will say maybe you can hold off, and so on and so forth. So this is an app that can be used by anybody. We have people got it for their parents, for their friends, and this is the WellAI page. This is the fruit of our labor. We worked for a year and a half trying to uncover all that knowledge, and we created this digital health assistant. You can read about it. It has a bunch of things, right? So it read 30 million medical studies. It can ask questions. The problem with like Googling your symptoms, that I always, like my mom, for example, always Googles, and I tell her no, she stopped doing that, because one of the answers it always gives you is terminal. No matter what you put in, you can put like itchy nose and it'll give you a terminal condition. Same thing with WebMD. We really want to avoid that. We want to reduce anxiety for people who use it. There's chronic disease management. You can read on this page. It's wellai.health. You can read and watch the videos. We have a bunch of videos on how it works. So this is a cool funny weed video. These are more scientific videos. There are some people who are early users. We picked people who actually know what they're doing, right? So they could actually distinguish because they work in the medical field, and they've had some glowing feedback as well about the app. You can read about that.